So a lot of people think that it's about the car that they have. That's how you make the most money. If I have a really nice car, I'm gonna ball out. Other people think, oh my gosh, if I could just cherry pick my rides, if I just cherry pick my rides, I'm gonna make so much money. Other people think, you gotta accept everything. Accept everything. Accept everything. You gotta have a high acceptance rate. Other people think you gotta have a 5-star rating. You gotta be rated 5 stars. If you're not rated 5 stars, you're not making money. If you're not a 5-star driver, you're not making money, man. If your rating doesn't say 5.0, you're losing money. Yeah, other people think like if you're not in a suit and tie, you're not gonna make any money in Uber. What? You're not in a suit and tie? This is car service. You gotta have that suit and tie, man. You gotta be more professional, man. If you're not professional, you're not gonna make any money. What are you doing? Do you know what you're doing here? There's a lot of perceptions out here when it comes to Uber and Lyft. Obviously I primarily focus on Uber, but there's a lot of perceptions when it comes to doing rideshare. Everybody thinks they know the answer. Everybody has the golden magic pill. Everybody knows exactly what to do to make money. But then when you ask them, if you ever ask them, so how much money do you make? It's usually never $2,000. It's usually almost never $1,000. It's usually like, oh no, but I'm part-time. I only work part-time. It's usually, oh yeah, I only work a couple days. I only do this, I only do that. It's never like, yo, no, I'm a full-time driver. I do this, I made $100K this year off of rideshare. It's never like that. It's never not like that. A lot of people give this advice. They tell you things and it's like, okay, so let me ask you, what did you make last week? And most people won't tell you. Most people won't tell you. You know why? Because they start doing it, they realize how hard it is to make money, and they give up. They say this isn't for them. They move on to greener pastures. They try something else. They do something different that is for them. And by when I say it's hard, so obviously driving is complicated. Don't get it twisted. Anybody that knows how to drive, which everybody generally knows how to drive, it's a difficult situation. You got to deal with traffic, so you got to navigate the traffic. Obviously, don't get into an accident. Then you got to navigate, you got to understand how to look at the GPS. So understand how to navigate to places that you've never been to. Navigate the places that you have no clue about. You nor your passenger has any clue about. Because majority of the time, they don't know where they're going. They just put in the address. They don't know what it looks like. So you got to figure it out. So is that easy? No. It's not always easy. Then, so now you're navigating the traffic. You got to deal with this person in the back seat because every little move that you make, you press on the brakes too hard, it's like their heart drops. You speed off too fast, it's like their heart drops. You hit that turn too hard, their heart drops. Because they're not in control. Which makes sense, but it's like, if you so scary, why don't you drive yourself? You know what I'm saying? Or why don't you hire your own personal driver? Like, if you so scary and you have all of these preferences, get your own driver or you drive yourself. But of course, they have you. They ordered you on the app, and you better just figure out how they want you to drive. So sometimes you have the passengers that want you to drive like Miss Daisy. You get on the highway and they want you to go 55 miles an hour, which nobody does down here. But they want you to do it. You got all of the cars flying by you, but they want you to drive like that. Damn, they're putting all of y'all, both of y'all lives in danger. But that's what they want. So you got to please them, right? Or they want you to drive without the AC, with the AC, because everybody has different temperature preferences. So some people, like me, think having the car on 70 degrees, the windows all fogged up, is really cold in the car. But other people are like, man, that's hot, man. 70 degrees, that's hot. You need to make it colder. And it's like, the windows are fogged? What do you think this is here? Like, I need to drive, obviously. I can't see. I can't, really see out. So, but okay. You want the car colder? Okay. All right, cool. Or you got those people that want the car super hot. They want you to turn the AC off. And it's like in the middle of the day. It's 85, 90 degrees outside. But you want me to turn the AC off. Can you turn the AC off? The hell wrong with this person? And I've been there. And so now you just sweating in the car for no reason other than their preferences. They don't want the AC on. Or you have the people that want to roll down the windows while you're on the highway going 70, 80 miles an hour. Well, you know what? Let me just roll down the window. Got the whole car shaking and it's all noisy. But, they want the window down because they want fresh air. The hell? So you have to navigate traffic. Then you got to navigate people. So it's not an easy job, It's not an easy thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Being an Uber driver is not easy. And then obviously you have Uber sending you notifications nonstop, because why would they care about your safety? They just want you to accept the more offers. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about what you got going on. And then they give the passenger the option to say distracted driving. But I was distracted because Uber kept sending me these dang pings while I'm driving. The little beep kept beeping in my ear. But that's why I was distracted. I was distracted because I was looking at the phone because Uber kept sending me notifications. And y'all know, if you use, I don't use the Uber navigation until the very end of the trip. And y'all know if you use the Uber navigation, oh my gosh. When you get close, it is like you get 1,500 notifications. I be trying to look at the final destination, and it's like, yo, they just keep sending them. Boom, 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 boom. You X out of that one. Boom, boom, boom. But like I started off saying, a lot of people feel like it's your ratings that gets you the more money. They feel like it's your acceptance rate. Your acceptance rate has to be in. It's all about your acceptance rate. Well, they feel like it's your car. It's the car that makes you the money, man. You have a nice car, you're going to make a lot of money. But can I submit to you guys today? I've been an Uber driver for 5 years. I've had a nice car now for 2 years. And I've had a, fairly nice car before that. But it wasn't that nice. It was just serviceable, right? I've had a decent car before that. I made similar amounts of money. I've been rated 4.98. I was 4.98 for a long time. Long time. Literally until like 2 years ago. When I got the nicer car and I started listening to everybody tell me that it's a nice car, so you can't just let people get in, and you gotta fight for yourself, and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. And I started kicking people out. And then I started getting the retaliation 1-stars. Because when you leave somebody on the side of the road, the only thing that they gonna do is gonna report you. They definitely gonna report you. Because you left them on the side of the road. Which, I mean, it makes sense. But they gonna report you and they gonna 1-star you. So because of the retaliation, I'm no longer a 4.98. I've been as low as a 4.89. I know we talking about insignificant numbers, but I made the same money as when I was a 4.98. I am currently a 4.95. I still make the same money. It's not your ratings. My cancellation rate has been as high as like 40%. It's been as low as 0, obviously. I still make the same money, man. If I could submit to y'all today what it is that actually makes you money, what it is that actually does it for you, y'all gonna kick me when I say this, is you gotta put in the time. At the end of the day, that's what matters. And what matters is you going out there and working, being willing to put in the time. It's your work ethic. Because what a lot of people forget and what people don't tell you about Uber is being an Uber driver, whether you have a nice car or you have an ugly car, you have an SUV, you have a hoopty, you have to have a hustle mentality. You have to have a work ethic. You got to go out there and grind. You got to be willing to take rides. Because you don't get paid if nobody's in your back seat. Like right now, my car's sitting right there. I'm not getting paid. I got that. I could have the app on. I'm not getting paid. I don't get paid until somebody gets in my back seat and I complete that ride and they get out my back seat. That's the only time I get paid from Uber. When I complete a trip. That's it. I don't get paid to be on the app. I don't get paid to drive around. I only get paid when I pick up a passenger and I drop them off. That's it. So, what is it that makes you the most money? It's not your rating. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not. Having a high acceptance rate, having a low acceptance rate, it doesn't really matter. All it does is qualify you for advantage mode, and depending on where you fall on that, that's up to you. Different opinions are different. Some people love advantage mode. I hate it. That's up to you. But it's not your acceptance rate. It's not your rating. I mean, your rating can get you deactivated. Like if you a 4.2 driver, then yeah, you could be deactivated. But so technically you're losing money in that situation. But it's not gonna give you less offers because you're a 4.2. Now people may cancel on you, but you'll still get the offer, the request. It's not your car. Now your car does play a part in terms of platforms. The more platforms you have, the more offers you can potentially get. So in my case, I have Comfort Electric, Comfort, Premier. If you're not grandfathered in, you don't have Premier. And I have UberX and XShare and Uber Green. So I have more platforms that I could potentially get a ride from. So in that sense, yes, obviously, because I have more platforms, I could technically make more money than if I just had UberX. Technically. But when you really get down to it, most of us only really do comfort. And if we being honest, comfort doesn't always come like that. But what comes is UberX. The volume of UberX is crazy. So am I really making more money? Yeah. I'm doing less rides to make the money. But I can make the same amount of money on UberX. But all it comes down to is your work ethic, how hard you are willing to work on the apps to make the amount that you want to make. That's what it comes down to. That's the equalizer. This is why I can stand next to anybody, and if I'm willing to outwork them, I'm going to make more money. That's the whole point. That's what it is. Are you willing to actually work and put in the time? If you're not, then this isn't for you. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm out of here. I just kind of wanted to say that real quick. If you're not in the Telegram group, the link is in the description. If you feel differently, leave it in the comments below. I'm getting better. I'm going to get better at responding. But yeah, with that being said, man, I am out of here. I just want to tell y'all I love you. I super duper appreciate you. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm out of here. Deuces.